Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is the movie that's directed by Jason Reitman, who is the son of Ivan Reitman, who directed the original two Ghostbusters movie. And I'm gonna say right now that I thought this movie was really touching and really special. You can see that Jason Reitman clearly had a lot of love for the movie, the original film that his father created. And you can feel that emotional energy in this movie. And I don't think it's a big secret. This is a non-spoiler review, but I'm going to say it's no secret that the original Ghostbusters are in this movie. They've been doing press for it. Dan Aykroyd confirmed it on Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers or what was it? Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon, not Kimmel, sorry. But yes, they confirmed it that they're in this movie. I'm not going to say to what capacity or whatever, but I'm going to say that Ghostbuster fans are going to love this movie. I think specifically maybe the second hour more than the first hour. The first hour of the movie really takes its time setting up these characters and telling this emotional story. But then when you get into the second hour, I feel that's where like the Ghostbuster stuff come in, really take a heavy impact on it. And I loved it all. I thought the emotional story that they were telling with this family, in the trailers, it says this as well, that the family that it focuses on is Egon's family, the little girl and Finn Wolfhard. The little girl is played by McKenna Grace, who is Egon's granddaughter, and Finn Wolfhard is the grandson, and Carrie Coon, who plays their mother, is Egon's daughter. I would have liked a little bit more backstory on Egon and his past relationship because I don't think the movie really delves deep enough into that. But I did love the family aspect. I loved how Paul Rudd played into this movie. He was clearly the comedic choice to play, and because most of the comedy comes from him. There's another kid too that McKenna Grace's character interacts with named Podcast. I'm you'll understand when you see the movie. Him and McKenna Grace's character have a nice little relationship, and he delivers some funny moments too, I'll say. But it's really Paul Rudd that's going to get the adults' attention. This definitely is a family film, but I would say it's a family film that's not like they're gonna scare the kids once in a while. I think there was a kid in my theater who was getting scared because I kept hearing the kid yelling at some points, like getting scared, crying, or whatever. So it definitely captures that tone, I feel, that the original movie has. It lacks a little bit, though, on the comedy side of things. So if you're expecting a comedy horror like the original film, this one leads more into the horror element, but a more emotional, heartfelt core at its bottom. And I think a lot of people who are fans of the original Ghostbusters will really appreciate that going into it. Again, there's some humor there in the movie. I wouldn't say there wasn't no like laugh out loud moment. Like the Ghostbusters, the original one, had some laugh out loud moments. This one, maybe it will get you to chuckle here and there to keep you amused. And I think that's where the movie succeeds. I'll say that honestly, I am someone that I like Ghostbusters too, but I think that's like one of the weakest ones. And I thought Ghostbusters, the one with the females, Melissa McCarthy and so forth, I thought that movie was good too. I know a lot of people want to hate on that one because it was all female team. To me, that doesn't matter. The original one was an all male team. Nobody complained back then. Because I guess, but people feel like they're being, oh, I'm not represented anymore, but we're represented in almost every movie you see, so it doesn't really matter. But fine, this one mixes it up a bit. It doesn't, it mixes the team up a lot, actually, where I feel it felt a lot more natural, and you don't feel like the movie is woke. If anything, you don't feel that at all in this movie. This is a nice little tribute to the Ghostbusters. If it ends with this one, I'll be honest, I'll be happy, because I do feel it's a nice ending, pseudo ending for the original two Ghostbusters. But I would be interested in seeing more. I don't know how they would continue it, but it would be interesting. So I think there's a couple of avenues they could go towards. One thing that I think they need to stop. This is seen in the trailer also. This is not a spoiler. They have to stop with this because Ghostbusters 2 did it, and now Ghostbusters Afterlife did it as one of their plot points as well. Although I'll say it's more realistic in this one because, okay, I could see the younger generation not knowing who the original Ghostbusters are. Like, they do this thing like people forget what the Ghostbusters had done. It was less believable for me in Ghostbusters 2 because I think it was only like 6 years apart from the original. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, the city of New York really forgot what happened in 6 years already? This one, 30 years later. So I bought it a little bit more, and it's in a smaller town. It's not in New York because I'm sure New York wouldn't just forget about the Ghostbusters. But yeah, I hope if they do another film, stay away from that angle where people forget about what the Ghostbusters have done. You did it for this movie, fine. I'm going to give you it. It's 30 years. The younger generation I could see forgetting. They can still kind of do that. Maybe. I don't know. Watch the movie and decide for yourself. But I hope they kind of don't. I hope they, okay, now we're established. Now we're taking down ghosts again. So let's see what happens. We'll see. Yeah. So with that being said, comment below and tell me your thoughts, guys. Did you see the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie? What did you think of it? What did you think of the previous Ghostbusters movies, including the all-female one? Tell me what you thought about all of them in the comments section below, especially this one, though. I want to know your thoughts on the newest film. Go and check it out this weekend. It's totally a recommendation from me for people that were purely Ghostbusters fan. And with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.